Hey Goal Digger, Kimberly Olson here, back for another episode of Hashtag Get Lit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. And today we're gonna talk about what to do if that conversation goes silent. You know what I'm talking about? You get some crickets or you message them a couple times and they're just not responding and you're trying to figure out what the heck happened. So if you've gotten ghosted, gotten crickets, or just have a non-responder and you don't know what to do, stay tuned because I'm gonna walk you through how to revive that conversation and what to avoid for next time to make sure you keep the conversation going. Stay tuned. Digger. So you're thinking to yourself, I messaged this person, I'm doing the reach outs, I'm following up with people, like if people aren't responding to me, how am I ever going to make a sale? And this is actually a gift. It's actually a gift. If you are getting ghosted or crickets, it means you are doing something wrong. Okay. Now do know that's just by nature, people get busy, okay? So it's totally normal for people to not respond or take a few days or need a nudge from you, okay? If they don't respond, don't assume the worst. That's the biggest mistake I see that people make is they think, what did they do, right? Oh, it's about you. You make it about you. And I get that. But what you want to start thinking about is put yourself in their shoes. You know, my avatar's mom. So I can't tell you how many times I've had my phone open, listening to a message in Messenger, reading it, and then something happens with the girls and I drop the phone. Well, I come back and it's timed out. That message is shown, it's shown as read. It looks like I read the message. So the receiver will look at that and go, oh, Kimberly saw my message and she didn't respond. What's her problem? Little do they know that I had some, a child had an accident in the bathroom. Mama's got to go. You know what I'm saying? So don't assume the worst. Don't make it about you and start beating yourself up. Okay. Now, what I have found is that people do need a nudge. Okay. My rule of thumb is I will message people 2 times. And after that, if they don't respond, I'm done. I don't message anymore. It's 2 and done. Okay. So what this would look like is, let's say I'm chatting with someone, we're new friends on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my goodness, love your profile. I saw you're an entrepreneur as well, and you've got kiddos. Tell me a bit about yourself. I'd love to get to know you better. And they're like, oh yeah, I've got, twin boys, and I'm a realtor, and I've been, living in Florida for 20 years. And they either say, what about you? Or I get a chance to tell them about me. And I'll say, that's awesome. I'm actually a business coach. I work with entrepreneurs, mompreneurs specifically, to teach them how to build on social. Or from a network marketing perspective, I'm a social marketer. So what that means is I teach other moms how to build a side income, about $500 to $1,000 a month from their cell phones. Love to tell you more about it. Let me know if I can get you some details. So that's the ask, right? That's me exposing them. That's me. That's like pretty direct, by the way. I try not to do that. I always go more with value and love on people that way. But if I was, really going after this and really doing it, or it came up in conversation later where I told them what I did, this is where we're at in the conversation. So I tell them what I do and I ask them, have you ever thought about doing something like that? Have you ever thought about adding another stream of income to what you're already doing in real estate? They don't respond. What I do is I will wait a few days. I'll make a note and on my Trello board, and I will not message them the next day. I'll give it a couple of days because people are busy, and I will message them and I will say, hey, hey Susan, I've learned not to assume. I hope you're having a great week. Did my message come through okay? And I always ask, did my message come through okay? Because let's just say they didn't have good Wi-Fi. I just had that. We went to Angel Fire and I didn't have any internet and it was crazy. But we don't know what it is. We don't want to assume that they saw the message and they're ignoring it, which is the story you're telling yourself. We want to forget that, okay? So what we want to do is we want to give them an opportunity to go, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Saw the message, got busy, or I saw it and this week has been crazy. There's always going to be some excuse. Meaning they just got busy. It's going to be a valid excuse in their mind, but there's a reason they didn't respond. So after they respond, you're good to go. Okay. You just needed a re-engage kind of thing. Now, if you are frequently having conversations go cold, you're messaging back and forth, and then all of a sudden they're just not responding. This means you are probably pitching, prospecting, or sending links out too quickly. Never send a link out unsolicited. Never send a graphic with your products and your specials without getting permission first. Permission marketing is the wave of the future. You always need to get permission. You should, if you're doing this right, you will have people who say to you, so how do I order? Can I get a link from you? And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't send the link, right? So that's how you know, okay? So what you want to do is you want to build a relationship and focus on the value in mentoring them. So you need to lead to some kind of value. So let's say you're talking to somebody who is a yogi enthusiast, and you share that in common and you're chatting, and you have a Facebook group that has health and wellness tips. Invite them into your community. Maybe you created a freebie with 10 smoothie recipes. Say, hey, I saw you're also into yoga. One of the things that's really helped me a lot is, working in some smoothies and some other things to stay on track. I just put a guide together actually for my own purposes. Let me know if you want it. I'd love to give that to you. Of course, you're, having a conversation leading up to that, but that's an example of you're offering value. You're focusing on is what you have to offer, whether it's a freebie, a Facebook group community, an upcoming challenge, a giveaway. Is that make sense for your avatar? Well, can you lead them over to the things that you have? If you're sitting here going, well, I don't have an avatar and I don't have a freebie, then how are you going to build your business on social media? Posting and praying doesn't work anymore, okay? You have to learn how to show up and how to stand out. And it doesn't mean you have to be branded and have colors like me and all of these things. You just need to figure out who you are, who you're going to serve, and show up, okay? So come into our community. We can help you out with that, okay? I'm going to put an invitation below for our Facebook group community, Goal Digging Boss Babes. Get in there and head to the guide section, okay? I want you working through that content in there so you can start to get a grasp for what I'm talking about. And then if you see us offering anything, master classes, challenges, anything like that, we always have stuff going on. Get yourself in there because we are here to help you. We are help you to get clear, get your plan together, and start getting some traction so you can ultimately get some more sales on social media, okay? If you found this helpful, take a picture, take a little screenshot, throw it in your stories, and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're hanging out. I would love to give you a Goal Digger shout out, and make sure you hit the subscribe button or follow button, depending on where you're watching this, so you never miss an episode of #GetLit. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.